Welcome to my first experience on the new solo matchmaking test servers. I'll be going over my experience on it, what I liked and didn't like, and after that we'll get into a bit of discussion about some things that I've been wondering about for a while to see if y'all feel the same. While all that is taking place, y'all can enjoy my Spino gameplay, but I've been playing on and off, so excuse the whiffs. Anyways, let's get into it. This may be a long one. So to start out with the test servers, so far I really enjoyed them in the few hours that I played them, and there hasn't been any real groups I've seen except for a duo that may have been together or just being friendly with each other since they were in the same area. Other than that, I had all fair 1v1s and met some friendly players along the way, which was nice. When you go to log in, this is what the process will look like, and then it gives you some info on what's taking place with this test server. Here it is. It doesn't really say too much as to if you get put back into the same server or not. If it puts you back into the same server, though, then it's kind of pointless to log, so I don't know. But I like everything else. Some may not like the sleep to edit abilities, but I like it. Only if they were to add a timer to when you can edit your abilities outside of home cave, like 10 minutes would be good. They took away sleep to edit because people would abuse it during a fight to switch abilities on the fly while fighting, but a 10-minute timer would be plausible because most fights don't last 10 minutes and it would still give you the option. Anyways, it said in the Discord app that you must have a dinosaur pre-created to join the matchmaking. I don't know if that is staying or not, but it would be nice to just create your dino in the character select like the other servers. That's not a big issue or something I'm worried about, but it would be nice. One thing, though, I couldn't help to think about is, how is it that these dinos were so easily transferable? But we've been waiting for the dino transfer since Pandora. Like, what is the difference between being able to pick your dino on another map and spawn it in a random home cave or one of your choice from the character select screen on another map? Could be a lot into it, but I don't see a big difference in it. Anyways, they ran well too the whole time I played with almost full servers the whole time. I like them, and I really hope that they're here to stay being. It doesn't seem like much has to be done to it, if anything at all, to just be a playable mode. They also disabled global chat too in solos, which I think was a nice touch. Global can go either way of good conversation, or just a toxic chat that keeps popping up, so either way, I like they disabled it and kept local so you can still chat with the people around. Alright, on to some more fun discussion. I'll be talking about these solo servers, matchmaking, and some other game modes like the Perma-death. First up, the solo servers and the group matchmaking was said to be, or seemed like it was already good to be released. Like here they talk as if this was going to be put back out after coming back from the holidays. I guess for this solo servers the timing isn't too far off, but I haven't heard or seen anything about the matchmaking update, and in this blog it seemed like it was basically ready to be released, does it not? Now, I'm a patient guy. I'm an Army infantry vet myself, so any vets know that we can wait around for nothing, for any amount of time. But I'm not going to lie. I kind of already expected both of these to be pushed out by the way it seemed from that blog. And that's not even the 200-player servers, which I'll get into next. I remember like almost a year ago they started testing for these, and honestly, I thought those tests went good. And since the new year, I've been seeing some servers up around 150, and even when I was in hot zones, I wasn't experiencing any lag. If I did, maybe a small one here or there. So it's kind of like, why aren't these pushed out yet either? Now, this is in no way a jab at the devs or anything like that, because I've played this game from the start, and the devs of this game are probably some of the best devs I've seen in a game the way they try to make this game as good as they possibly can. And they almost always listen to the people when they speak. But this has been something I've wondered when it's going to actually come out for a while now. Has anyone else felt the same? All right, On to the permadeath servers. Kind of the same thing. Like these were tested back when the 200-player servers were tested, maybe even before, and I loved those. They did need some fixing though, like the big groups that were joining on their friends to just pack up in the permadeath servers like it was officials. It seems like they have found a decent method so players can't join on their friends, because I haven't been seeing groups in the solos yet. If people keep trying to join on their friends though, and problems consist, it seems like adding a long timer to server hopping would fix it, such as a 10, 20, or 30-minute timer on server hopping, so that helps mitigate that problem. That would only have to be implemented in solos and permadeath, because those would be the only two servers people would join to try to get away from groups. And lastly, the easiest way to deal with toxic players that can't play the mode as intended is to just ban them. For something like that, the bans should be very harsh to deter players from wanting to do it. First offense should be at least a week or two just from solo servers, and if the problems persist with the same people, then easily just perma-ban them. They may lose some players, but it would be the toxic players, and it would give the community a chance to grow in the right direction. Now, to get going with the solo permadeath servers, I think some really cool features to add to it would be to make it a hardcore mode for the people who like PvP and players who would like a challenge. Some things I'd like to see are critters more scarce, or up the food and water drain, because let's face it, surviving in Path is too easy. I'd like to see some kind of leaderboard for seeing who can survive the longest, kind of like Beasts of Bermuda. They can do it off a timer instead of growth like they previously had in the test server, but just add a leaderboard. To piggyback off the timer, once you hit adult, you could get perks for surviving longer. Like every 30 minutes, you get a choice to choose between a speed or strength perk, or maybe even something simple like a haste perk to speed up your walk like Metri's buff. And that's just the beginning of it. They can add skin achievements to it. For example, if you travel all biomes, you get a rare skin for doing so that only lasts until you die, just to give you some kind of status, or maybe even a skin you get for getting 20 kills. It can be anything like that, but something to keep playing the game past adult and just sitting around. If I just seen the leaderboard, and something cool like the perks or skins for certain achievements, I'd be absolutely stoked. But they can even go one more and add claimable land. Like say if you spend 30 minutes in one spot, that spot becomes yours, and only way to lose it would be to leave or someone kills you. Now to make it fun, they can add a feature where you get a notification when you enter that area as an outsider that there is someone who claimed that spot. And the only way for you to claim that land is to find and kill the player who has it. And if you do, then you get a skin or perk that only lasts until you die. Even if they only added this stuff to the permadeath servers, it would make permadeath servers infinitely fun and give it that hardcore feel to it. Am I the only one? Or do y'all think that would go crazy for a permadeath server, and it would really make this game playable past getting adult? And that brings me to my next thing I'd like to talk about is just that. Playing this game past adult. Probably my biggest gripe about this game, and I think anyone who has been playing for a while with nothing else to do once they've grown all their dinos. Like there is absolutely nothing to do but quest more. This reason alone is why I can't play this game longer than a week. It gets so boring so quickly after adult because all you can do is PvP. I don't mind the PvP because that's why I play this game, but something has to be implemented. I did see they are finally adding a metric system, which is awesome, but they don't even have a kill tracker in a game where PvP is the only thing to do after you hit adult. Like, make it make sense. They should 100% add a tracker for only adult kills. That way babies don't up the score or get hunted more. And you should get a cool new skin, for example, 100 kills as a Titan hunting herbies. If they don't want the game to be PvP focused, then they can do the same for being friendly. Like if you go 2 hours without getting a combat timer, you get a new skin for being friendly. Like there's a million fun ways to add something to this game past adult, and that's not even getting into all the fun stuff they can do with nesting, which I won't. But yeah, like enough with the foliage and critter updates already. This game looks day and night better than Beasts of Bermuda and the Isle and has more critters than both. People play the other two because of the stuff you can do after adult and work on. Once you hit adult, they have things to do only once you hit adult or get close to it. But anyways, that's wrapping up my discussion.rant about the new update and what I'd like to see from the game. What do y'all think? And one more thing, actually. What happened to speed, defense, and balanced builds? That was peak gameplay. I'll never understand that move for the life of me. There was so much variety with those simple, fun builds. I wish those would be added back to the game and into these exciting new builds. But I'm going to wrap this up. So let me know what y'all thought about it. Did you think I was right or way off about these topics? Let me know what you think should be added to the game. I'll let this Rex 1v1 play out and so y'all can see what happens. I'm complete water build, by the way, so I had no business being even that far on land, lol. I'll post the couple other fights I had as shorts. But until next time, see y'all.